Hello everyone, welcome to Sruthi's Pharma World. Today I am going to talk about a rotameter. A rotameter is a flow meter that is used to measure the flow rate of liquid. We can also measure the flow rate of gases using this rotameter. Move on to the principle. Here you can see the figure of rotameter. Rotameter is a constant pressure drop variable area flow meter. It measures flow rate of liquids or gases. We can measure both the flow rate of liquid and gases. Here you can see a tapered glass tube, a transparent tapered glass tube that is a major part of our rotameter. Here you can see the figure of rotameter. This rotameter consists of a tapered glass tube. A transparent tapered glass tube is a major part of our rotameter. And inside this rotameter, a guide wire is there. This guide wire is mainly used to direct the flow of fluid. This is our fluid. This is also known as plummet. Plummet or fluid, a solid fluid or plummet is fitted inside the rotameter with the help of a guide wire. Now here the guide wire is not visible, but actually a guide wire is fitted inside the rotameter that is helpful for the movement of this plummet. Here you can see our tapered glass tube. The area of this tube is different from this point to this point. Okay, that is here clearly visible. As the area changes, the volumetric flow rate of fluid also vary. The rotameter consists of a vertical tapered transparent glass tube. Inside this transparent glass tube, there will be plummet. A solid plummet is placed inside this glass tube with the help of a guide wire. This guide wire is not visible here, but actually it is here and it is used to transport this plummet. Okay, during the fluid flow through this rotameter, this plummet may rise and fall, that is depending upon the flow rate of the liquid. So this is the bottom portion of our rotameter. It is narrow, and in this region our pipeline is connected. Inlet of the pipeline is connected to the bottom portion of the rotameter. Outlet of the pipeline is connected to the top portion of the rotameter. During the passage of fluid through this rotameter, the fluid flow may varies. Okay, the volumetric flow rate of fluid varies, that is depending upon the area of the tube. As a result, the annular space between the plummet and the tube may vary. Okay, if our plummet is here, the annular space between the plummet and the tube is different from this region. Okay, if the flow rate of liquid is very low, then our plummet will be in this position. Here the annular space between the plummet and tube is low as compared to the plummet is fixed in this position. Okay, here the annular space between the plummet and the tube is large as compared to this region. So the area of the annular space between the plummet and the tube may varies. That is also depending upon the area of the tube. Okay, so the head loss across the annulus, that is equal to the weight of the plummet. The upper edge of the plummet is used as an index to note the reading on the glass tube. A scale is engraved on this tapered glass tube to measure the area of flow rate. After that, the area of flow is calibrated into flow rate. So this is the principle that is involved in rotameter. Now move on to the construction of rotameter. Here you can see another figure for rotameter. Actually this is our rotameter. Okay, only this portion that is called our rotameter. This is inlet of the pipe and this is outlet of the pipe. So our rotameter is a tapered glass tube. A vertical tapered glass tube, transparent glass tube, that is our rotameter, and the end portion of the rotameter is narrow. A linear scale that is engraved on our rotameter. Inside the rotameter there will be a guide wire. That guide wire is used for the movement of this plummet or float. Here you can see our plummet, a solid plummet that is placed on this guide wire. Guide wire is fitted inside the rotameter. Okay, the diameter of the that is smaller than the narrowest part of the tube. We have different types of plummet. The density of this plummet may vary from 1 to 1. Lead, aluminium, glass and plastic. These are the materials that is used for making this plummet. So we have different types of plummet and their density also varies. Now let's talk about the working of rotameter. Here you can see our rotameter. This is our rotameter and it is connected to the inlet of the pipeline and the upper part is connected to the outlet of the pipeline. And the liquid that is passing through this pipe into the rotameter. During the flow of liquid through this tube, during the flow of liquid through this rotameter, the plummet may rise. Okay, the plummet may rise through the tapered tube depending upon the flow rate of liquid. If the flow rate is very high, then the plummet may rise in the tube. During the flow of liquid through this tapered tube, the annular space between the plummet and the tube may varies. That is depending upon the area of the tube. So, the head loss across the annulus that is equal to the weight of the plummet. Therefore, the head loss across the annulus that is equal to the weight of the plummet. We can read the area of flow using this upper edge of the plummet as an index. So, we can measure the area of flow and this area of flow then calibrated into flow rate. So this is the working procedure that is involved in rotameter. Now move on to the important uses of rotameter. These rotameters are used in the case of fermenters. The air supply can be controlled with the help of these rotameters. A rotameter is satisfactory for both gases and liquids. We can measure the flow rate of both gases and liquids using this rotameter. High and low pressure both are suitable for measuring the flow rate. Move on to the advantages. The rotameter consists of a tapered transparent glass tube, so we can observe what is happening inside this tube. So visual index of flow reading is possible in the case of rotameter. Rotameter we can manually operate. So these are the two important advantages of rotameter. In this presentation, we have covered the principle, construction, working, uses and advantages of rotameter. Hope you understand. Thank you.